Hi everybody, Fairhope Artist Tamantha McElmurray here. I am ready to do another pour today. Today I'm going to use emerald colors. Navy, and then another variation of the emerald color, just a little bit lighter. And for my metallics, I'm using this champagne gold. Love that color. This is a little taupier, but a very light taupe metallic. Here we go. I may or may not use gold, haven't decided yet. And then this is just white. Now my white and all of my metallics have alcohol in them. And then all of my opaque colors have silicone. And I use this 3-in-1 silicone. Now I haven't decided which one of these I'm going to use yet, so I will decide that while I am finishing up, because this will come later. But I love these Pebeo paints, and I don't know if I want to go light or if I want to go, a little bit darker. But I'll decide as we get going. We're going to do another sandwich pour today. I don't need a lot of paint because I generally work in negative space, generally. So I'm going to do a lot of negative space today. So just follow along, and well, actually, this is a 11 by 14 deep edge canvas, and here we go. I like to start and finish with white on most of mine because I love the white that goes in with the negative white. I'm going with like a coastal and more elegant. Most all of my paintings are more like a little bit more elegant, not so much the process but the outcome of the painting. So let's just go ahead and get started and start out with some of this beautiful emerald green. Again, it's really pretty green. Lighten that green up with a little bit of this gold. And I don't know if you can see what's the reaction in the cup of it's already beautiful. The alcohol going against that paint and silicone. Let me do a couple of drops. I don't want a whole lot of navy in this. I am going to put just a hint of this gold in here. See what happens with that. A little more of the emerald. And the higher you hold your cup or stick as you drop, the further down in the cup it goes. The lighter you pour it, it just floats on top. I'm going to put quite a bit of this in this time. Fill that up a little bit. Another drop or two of navy. Green. Taupe. I'm going to do one more hint of this gold. And I'm going to drop it down the middle. And then I'm going to fill up with the white, and then that's it. I'm going to cover the top with white. Here, I want you to see this before I do that though. Can you see? See if I can. Can you see that? Sorry, I'm just getting used to this. This is just my third video, so bear with me. Okay, so this is our sandwich pour. Again, I did this on my last video, but you can see it's white, and then sandwiched in between the white on top and the white on bottom is where all the color is. And that's why it's called a sandwich pour. Move this back out of the way. On larger paintings, you can't pick them up like that. It's always really nice to be able to flip that cup upside down. Now, I want my color to stay in this region mainly. So I didn't quite center it where the paint is going to come out, and you'll see as it starts flowing out. Now I'm going to add paint around the rim, because paint flows where paint has been flowing. So we want to give it, this is a little thick. Add a little water. That's better. This is just white paint mixed with about 60% Floetrol, 40% paint, and water. A lot of people go ahead and do their paint first, but then I can't flip the canvas and flip the cup, so this works better for me. Be right back. Just wanted to grab a spoon to kind of, the back side of a spoon is really smooth and easy to use to spread your paint. So I save them every time I go somewhere and I have an extra, throw it in a drawer. You'll see people using all kinds of things to spread their paint. Hands, popsicle sticks, squeegees. I've tried everything. I've used all of it. Just depends on what I have on hand. I don't have my palette knife next to me, or I would probably be using that. Now this will all work out in the end as far as the edges and the leveling of the paint. You want to get just a nice coat for that paint to flow and not get stuck somewhere. Okay. Another thing to do, you want to let your paint flow all the way down, so you let it sit for a minute. And you also can pop a hole in the bottom of that cup, and it'll release the air vacuum in there and help that paint all fall down to the bottom. Do you see it? It's going all by itself. Look at that. It's just like bloom. There it is. And then I'm just going to let it come out on its own for a few minutes and develop. There we go. I like to encourage it a little bit when it gets stuck with the paint flowing out, so I'll help it a little at a time. Let's get some going this way. Here we go. It's going to take a few minutes. Just relax and watch the paint flow. You don't want to be impatient at this point because these cells can develop early, the larger ones do, and you don't want to mess with that. Or at least I don't, not with what I am designing here. Oh, I forgot to show this too. I'll be using this in the end. Liquid gold leaf. Love it. We'll be using this somewhere in the end with the rest of the paints. Here we go. I like a lot of things going on, so you'll see as we keep going here. Now, this is the white that has the alcohol in it. My base coat does not have any alcohol or silicone in it at all. I'm not going to add any more of this gold. Ooh, that was a good one. You see it? Look at those cells and color that's popping out. Almost there. A little bit more. One more layer, I think. Okay. I'm going to let that develop for a few minutes. See it growing? There's a lot of paint right there concentrated from the cup. So it's making its way out and pushing against this background. Look at that beautiful, that's one of the drops that I did. And all of this will change because I haven't tilted, I haven't torched, I haven't done anything yet. So this will all change. This little part down here is always fun because you never know what you're going to get when you let this little bit of the bottom of the cup drain out. And it's all, I mean, it's all gone out of there, which is great. I hate wasting paint, so. Okay, let me do a little torching before we tilt. Okay, just a little. You can see that brought out some of that navy in there. Well, that may be all I do right there. I like that. I usually do a little bit more tilting, but right now I want to see what else develops up here, because I love the white here, and then I love all of this emerald, and I don't want to pour the emerald off, I don't think. Let me start with some of this white, fixing this white, and then I will decide what I want to do. Even this is kind of neat, but I'm probably going to do something down here. I can't decide. Do I want to tilt it more that way? I'm going to keep going with my white and then make a decision. Here's a little tip for you. I've gotten messed up before not mixing enough white to start with, and you need enough white that's all the same white, all the same ratios. It might show up a different color white on your canvas. So just make sure, you know, maybe do two squeeze balls. I use these because they're so easy to mix and to use. But you know, a lot of different people use a lot of different things for all their whites, but I mean all their paints. But their blacks and their whites are generally the paint that you use the most. So I usually have 2 or 3 mixed up on hand, as well as I have Floetrol in a squeeze bottle as well. You can see I use my hands. I don't mind getting paint on myself. It's kind of part of the process that I like, actually. Paint as therapy. I don't know if y'all know, I'm so new to this, but I live in LA, and not the LA that you know. On the West Coast, I live in Lower Alabama, in Fairhope, which is on the shore of Mobile Bay. And we are just about 45 minutes from the Gulf of Mexico. So yes, the beach is in my back door. The bay is a mile from my house. I live in downtown Fairhope, where I walk to the grocery store. If you've never heard of Fairhope, please look it up. We love our town. It's like walking back in time, but it has a ton of culture and rich history to it. Everybody's always amazed when they actually read about the history of our town. My husband grew up here. I've been here since 1995, and I love it. We've raised our children here, who are now in college and senior in high school. And I wouldn't live anywhere else. Love to visit, travel a lot, but this is my town. Okay, I am going to, I think I'm going to stretch it a little bit that way. Oof, really don't want to. I love that emerald. But I want a little bit more white down here. So I think I'm going to swipe a little, just to break this up some. Bear with me. Sometimes you have to keep working on it to get it the way you want it. Still don't like that. Better. Still not exactly what I wanted. Let me get this. I like that little bloom. I like that better. That gives a little bit more balance. Okay. I don't think I'm going to use this paint. I think there's enough going on. I'll use that, save that for another day. I do want to use, let me torch a little bit, and I am going to use the liquid gold leaf though. Now, the torch does many things. It encourages cells, but the main thing I just want right now is the bubbles to pop off the top layer of everything so it will dry nice and smooth. So I'm not concentrating on any one area, I'm just popping the bubbles, and I see a few areas that I need to attend to of white. There, here. Thought I saw another area. I don't. I always go over my corners several times because I like my corners to be nice and covered. Okay, I think that that's got it. Okay, let's keep going here. Still not real happy with this down here. It looks a little messy. You know, like it better than it was. Some more light in here. It's working for me. Okay, I like that better. Now, where is my liquid gold leaf? Now, yes, it is just like gold leaf, but it's liquid. And I am going to add some gold. Like this was just sliced off the side of a underwater gold strike. And we'll do a couple of big ones. All right, that's it. I lied. I couldn't help myself. Stretch that out just a hair. Probably should not have done that. Listen to your inner voice when it says, leave it alone. You should leave it alone. It didn't ruin it or anything, but there's a couple of things that I've don't love now, but that's okay. It'll look great. All right, let me wipe my hands and then I'll bring you down for a look. Okay, let's start over here. I love these big cells. And I am glad I put the gold in there. Gives it a little bit more contrast. I can't see what I'm doing because I don't have my camera on the way. Here we go. Now this will be resined. I do resin most of my paintings. Here is a couple of other paintings that I have that I'm finishing up, getting ready to take to the gallery. And then some I don't resin, like this one. But this one will be resined, and I think it will be beautiful. All of that gold and emerald will pop off of this. And again, my decorator sister-in-law said emerald is really in out in Dallas. So I'm hoping that she or one of her clients like this one. Thank you for tuning in. If you'd like to see more, please click like, give me a thumbs up, and subscribe. From Fairhope, Alabama. Thank you.